Looking at fractions, and this time we're looking at division of fractions. We're going to look at two types. One, division of proper fractions, and secondly, division of mixed numbers. The first one we would look at will be 5/6 divided by 1/4. When you divide fractions, the first thing you do is to change your division problem to a multiplication problem. And we do that by first writing the dividend, replace the multiplication with, replace the division with the multiplication sign, and then invert the divisor. And to invert the divisor, the denominator becomes the numerator, and the numerator of the fraction becomes the denominator. So that means we will be multiplying by 4/1. This gives us a problem that looks like the other multiplication problems, which means that now we will simply multiply the numerators together, 5 times 4, and the denominators together, 6 times 1. 5 times 4 will give us 20 over 6. 20 over 6, you'll recall, is an improper fraction. And to reduce an improper fraction, you divide the denominator into the numerator. So we will divide 6 into 20. It goes 3 times. 3 times 6 is 18, so we have 2 left over. And the 2 goes over the 6. 2 6 can be reduced because 2 and 6 can both be divided by 2. So we do that. And 2 divided by 2 is 1. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So our answer is 3 1/3. Let's review this procedure. We go back to the original problem, which is 5/6 divided by 1/4. We replace the multiplication sign with a times sign, and we have 5/6 times the reciprocal of 1/4, which is, as you see, we reverse the placing of the numbers, 4/1. Then we have a normal multiplication problem where we will then multiply the numerators together. So we'll multiply 5 times 4 to get 20, and 6 times 1 to get 6. This gives us an improper fraction of 26. So we divide 6 into 20, and it goes 3 times. 3 times 6 is 18, so we have 2 left over. 3 and 2 6 can be reduced further because both 2 and 6 can be divided by 2. So we do that. 2 goes into 2 one time, 2 goes into 6 3 times. So our answer is 3 1/6. We'll now look at division of mixed fractions. So we're going to have 2 1/3 divided by 3. This looks a little different than problems we've done in the past. We do have a mixed fraction, and you'll recall that means we multiply 3 times 2, get 6 plus 1 is 7. So 2 1/3 is equal to 7/3. Replace the division sign with a times sign. This time, this doesn't really look like a fraction. But if we wrote 3 as a fraction, its denominator would be 1. So then when we reverse the placing, we'll have 1/3. So the reciprocal of 3 is 1/3. Now we multiply our numerators together, 7 times 1 and 3 times 3. And we'll get 7/9. This cannot be simplified, so our answer is simply 7/9. Reviewing, we started with 2 1/3 divided by 3. So we changed 2 1/3 to an improper fraction by multiplying 3 times 2 and getting 6 plus 1 is 7. So 2 1/3 is 7/3. 3 can be thought of as 3 over 1. So then when we multiply by the reciprocal of 3, this 3 over 1, you see that the 3 becomes the denominator and the 1 becomes the numerator. And so in essence, we're multiplying by 1/3. Then we multiply the numerators together, which would be 7 times 1, the denominators together, which would be 3 times 3, and we get 7 over 9, a fraction that cannot be reduced. So our answer is complete.